Hello, welcome to this update for parts of Oceania. So let's see what's happening. There's still some heavy rain lingering around Queensland and some other parts of Oceania, like the Solomon Islands, Vanuatu, and some areas. So let's see what will happen. So this is the European model, still shows those storms in Queensland there, especially today the 19th shows more throughout northern and eastern Queensland, especially along the coast, shows some heavier downpours in those areas of Townsville, Bowen, Cairns, and other areas. So be careful those storms, they might cause some flooding concerns and even some severe weather. So be careful, shows more scattered downpours in the north and northwest. Be aware of those downpours. And then into Friday the 20th still shows some stuff in Queens and even a low pressure trying to develop there. But doesn't look like anything tropical because it's kind of disorganized. But it keeps going there. And still some storms on Saturday in Queensland there. This goes into Sunday. Shows more still downpours in the north and in Queensland, and shows this area kind of still spinning, a clear area of low pressure approaching New Caledonia and Vanuatu. Shows more scattered storms in Vanuatu on the 23rd, and especially New Caledonia, showing some heavier downpours. So this goes into the 24th, some more downpours there through Vanuatu, Fiji, New Caledonia. Then after Christmas on the 25th, shows more in Fiji and Vanuatu, still continuing the 26th, and shows much heavier around Fiji around the 27th and to the 28th, and shows even more just south the Solomon Islands, Vanuatu on the 28th and 29th, and the rest is too far out. So be aware, there was kind of a recap, and then the rainfall just until Friday, next 2 days, the European area has like 135 millimeters, so some parts of Queensland reach 153, more not as like 102, so 90 millimeters. So be careful there, and also the flooding threat. So shows some more in the north, some downpours there too, and be careful. Just in the next 2 days the heavy rain, and 5 days until the 23rd increases a little bit in some areas, especially further north. So until Friday was like 57 millimeters in Cairns, and until next Monday 155 in Cairns. So be aware those areas. It shows more northern Queensland, those downpours as well, and some other areas. The rest of Australia is quite dry, further south to the next 5 days, a thing or two in the west, but does show some weak fronts near Tasmania and Victoria, some areas there. And what's happening here? Good. Now there's the GFS. It does show as well the heavy rain there, and especially shows close to like 161 or 131 some spots of Queensland. So be careful that heavy rain, especially on the coast, shows also more than 100 in parts of Cairns and some areas further north. So be careful, much as central northern Queensland. It shows more through Northern Territory, those downpours in northwestern Australia. So the GFS is also those storms there, so the heavier storms in eastern Queensland tomorrow, into today, Friday, Saturday, today's Thursday, into Friday and Saturday as well. Then it does have kind of an air of low pressure there as well. It goes more downpours from Vanuatu, New Caledonia later on the 22nd to the 25th, and shows even more areas of low pressure on the 26th, and very heavy rain near Fiji, especially in Vanuatu on the 27th. Shows more there, and some areas of low pressure on the 28th as well. So a busy pattern to watch there. This will likely change still. The forecast always changes, but let's just watch. And then in other areas, the GFS had like 156 millimeters further north in Lata and Mua, close to 200 in Mua on the next 5 days. It does have more in Fiji, but not that much. But it does have some storms the next 5 days. It has New Caledonia, some storms there, like 54 millimeters. especially northern Vanuatu and some downpours the Solomon Islands. So be careful. If I put this until the 29th, already shows all of this there. But that's like 10 days away. You still change a lot, changes every day. But just to give you a heads up, it'll be a very wet pattern. So let's see, there's the European as well for the other areas. There's of course 100 meters in interior areas of New Caledonia just in the next 4 days and 21 hours until Monday the 23rd. So be aware around New Caledonia, shows more throughout Vanuatu and those areas. It does show there like some specific spots in Vanuatu, close to 93 or even more. In Lata and Mua, 100 millimeters. And the European does have northern parts of Fiji, 129 in the next 5 days, so be aware. Just until Friday shows like 4 millimeters. Until Sunday, 57. Until Monday shows close to 100. So be careful later this week into next week there. And shows more like some parts of Samoa, those scared storms there, and just like tropical showers passing by. So be careful. And if you're curious, we can put this until the 29th as well. The European already showed like more than 200 in Vanuatu and especially Fiji. So a very wet pattern coming. But this next 10 days, this changes so much. So don't pay attention to that. But just to show you. And French Polynesia still the next 5 days until Monday shows some heavy rain there as well. 108 millimeters, some central atolls 125, 118, and Papete just 17 millimeters. But there will be this system further east with a lot of rain, so be careful the next 5 days there. There's the GFS, a little bit different, but also shows they're close to more than 100 meters, many atolls. Some of these are too small, might not be anyone there, but be careful. But those central atolls, more towns, they show close to 100, 106, some 84. So be careful. In Adams Town shows 91 too. The icon has like Mauretea Sud, 160 millimeters next 5 days, Rikitea 124, and does have some 63 in Adamstown. So be careful. Does show those central atolls close to 121 to 104 millimeters, 30 millimeters in Papete. So be careful that rain there. And just until Friday shows less, like 46 millimeters. Until Monday, 163. So especially throughout this weekend, next weekend, be careful, but throughout this week as well. So, alright, so today Thursday, the area of moisture there, more storms scared French Polynesia. This goes into Friday, still some storms. On Saturday shows some stronger ones there, diving south Sunday, and still some storms on Monday. So be careful. The European has a similar thing as well, some very heavy downpours there, so be careful. And shows more in Australia, yeah, so be careful. And now for like the temperatures is still very hot there. Now it's like the middle of the night, but does show already out west close to 46 degrees, 45 in some areas there. Shows like some 46. Now there's some 39, 41. Northern Territory close to 42 in some cities. There's some 41, 42 this afternoon still, 41. So be careful. Those areas, some spots near the southern coast, a little bit milder, but still, yeah, very hot. And then Thursday, this goes during the night, does show like near New South Wales in some areas, some 10 degrees, 9 degrees, but still hot in the interior areas. And this heat during the night can cause more heat stress, so be careful. And then Friday afternoon, a little bit milder, but still 45, 44 in the west, and like some 42 Northern Territory, some 39, 4 is South Australia and Queensland. So be careful. Friday to Saturday shows picks up a little bit further northwest. Some 44 Marble Bar, so some 43, 45 there. We show like 45 in Biden, so be careful. So 42, 43, 41, most towns there. So stay safe from the heat. Shows more for New South Wales, the north, some 37, South Australia, some 41. So be careful. Saturday to Sunday shows on Sunday still pretty hot most of Australia, and in the south it's like 6-7 degrees in Tasmania, a little bit colder there, but still shows like some specific areas close to 47 degrees in the desert. The Europeans very crazy, but hardly anyone is out there. But please, if you are, please be careful. That's some serious heat. So Saturday into Monday, that was Sunday, sorry. So Sunday into Monday, some 42 degrees, even some areas closer to the coast, and the Europeans like 47 degrees in Panauonica. So please be careful. That's extreme heat. The feels like temperatures, depending on the conditions around, might be close to 50 degrees Celsius. Please stay safe. Shows like some 46 for the north, some 44 Marble Bar, more 46 those desert areas, 42, 43 many cities there, but along the coast, like immediate coast, close to some 28, so it's better. And shows more Queensland, very hot still. Tasmania, kind of coldish. So be aware. Monday into Tuesday, still shows Tuesday an epicenter of heat there. Still some 47 in the desert. Please be careful. 46, 47. Shows 46 in that town there. Let's make sure it's not 48. No, it's 46, yeah. So please be careful. Show some coastal towns close to 38 as well, even 42 in Exmouth. So be careful. Show some 42, 43, those areas, still like some 41. Tuesday the 24th around Christmas, still hot there, especially South Australia ahead of the cold front, some 46, 44, but it shows a little bit cooler later on Christmas near Perth and those areas because some fronts. It even shows later into Queensland the 27th a little bit warmer. So be aware. And now the GFS has a similar thing. It does have those higher temperatures on the west, some areas in Northern Territory, South Australia, and it does have like those areas close to like some 46 degrees as well, 45 degrees in many towns there, 43, so stay safe from the heat. Sunday into Monday still shows like right there, it doesn't have like as the European, but it does have right the immediate desert, some 45 to 46 degrees. So be careful. Those areas, so 42, 41, not areas, so stay safe. Now, for wind, still kind of that's Monday here. So Thursday today shows kind of breezy more southern Australia and along the west, some spots of Queensland or Northern Territory, and of course those storms. There will be strong winds inside of the storm, so be careful. So Tuesday the 19th does show around Thursday, not just Thursday, shows later today some higher gusts in the desert, not areas, and still some stuff near Queensland. So be careful. Thursday, Friday, breezier for South Australia and some parts of Northern Territory, even Victoria a little bit breezier. Friday, this goes still near Western Australia, a little bit breezier. Northern Territory, some spots there, and that cycle does show some stronger winds around it. We don't have indications of a tropical storm yet, but it is looking a lot like one, so we'll check the model soon. So let's see, Saturday into Sunday shows more there South Australia, a little bit breezier, some specific spots of Queensland and Victoria. Into Monday the 23rd, does show some higher gusts there, Western Australia, and even near Victoria, in New South Wales, immediate coast. This shows into Tuesday the cold front comes. The 24th shows some higher gusts west and southwestern Australia. This goes there. Still breezy near South Australia. That on Christmas, showing some very high gusts around the 25th near South Australia and some areas more further north there. So be aware. Thursday still shows the 26th, a little bit breezier there, and even near Melbourne later on the 26th. This goes and more stuff later. So be careful and be aware that this forecast will change and it might not happen exactly like this. So be aware. But the GFS also shows the west coast a little bit breezier now. It also has some periods there, like later today on the 19th, some higher gusts near the west coast. So be aware. Into Friday shows more breezier conditions scattered around central to western Australia, especially the west coast. This goes and like maybe some other scattered breezy conditions. Saturday similar to the European. Sunday this goes there. Monday, Tuesday a little bit breezier, and it doesn't have that crazy thing around Christmas, but it does have South Australia on the 25th, Sahargas a little bit further south too. So yeah, be careful in those areas. And here for like, let's see if there's something interesting here. This like to see some probabilities of like tropical storm and stuff. So for like South Pacific. So the European model ensembles do show more confidence on something forming just east of Queensland. Uh, these models here indicate a like tropical storm strength, but it might weaken a little bit before New Caledonia or something. Some other models also show just south of Tonga there, and more potential. And 240 hours shows more scare there. Some Western Australia by like not next week but later, and more scare there. But there was a lot of support for something just off of Queensland there, so we better watch that. Uh, there's also this other one here. So like it's the European model again with the tropical storm probabilities. So it does show here global. You can see near Queensland there shows close to like 50% tropical storm probability there. Around the 22nd shows 50 to 60% tropical storm probability goes and weakens a little bit before New Caledonia. And yeah, that's like tropical storms. There's tropical depression probabilities as well. So in terms of tropical depression, has near like 90% tropical depression. Sometimes it exaggerates and never forms. For example, in India, it's like 90% as well, and there's no indication that any tropical storm will form there. But it does have very high tropical depression probability there, so it's worth watching too. And here, I showed you the Euro, but there's the GFS as well. So better go to like South Pacific, and it does show close to like 138 hours. It shows some members there showing a low pressure too, but not as strong confidence as the European was showing. But we'll monitor it. Be aware. Now in New Zealand, there's still a system there with some rain affecting the area and some storms, but throughout Thursday today shows more rain in the South Island, some showers to the north and a storm or two. And for Friday, that's already Saturday because this is like American time or something. But already on Saturday shows more storms in the North Island, especially in the morning, but still in the afternoon, some storms in the North Island. This could be a little bit stronger. And shows later into Sunday, more storms scattered in the South Island and some areas. Sunday into Monday shows another extratropical system coming off Australia. Into the 24th shows more rain in the South Island and some rain on the 25th, the North Island as well. So you might be in for kind of a wet Christmas, but it does show that living there, but still on the 27th, some rain. But this is just one model, and it will change. And there's the GFS, shows the system there now, some storms until Friday, and Saturday still the storms the North Island as well. Sunday kind of calms down into Monday, and that system comes the 23rd, more rain the South Island the 24th, and shows the North Island as well. So yeah, be aware. The rain accumulation from now to Monday does show more in part of the southwest, the south, so 49 millimeters. Some other areas too, some 39 to 43. So be aware. The European does have more precise. Some storms in the north close to some 82, some 80 millimeters. So be careful. Shows some 40 millimeters, some 53, and even like some 76 millimeters, some parts of the South Island. So be aware of those storms. But that's until Monday. Until Saturday shows less, but already more in the north from those storms. So be aware in the North Island. And now until the 27th, already shows more from the system around Christmas, even close to 100 millimeters in the next 8 days. This will change. It's a lot of time, but we'll keep watching. For wind, it still shows kind of windy today. Some parts of the North Island, not North Island, like North and South Island, and the Southwest there, and not the areas. So this goes till Thursday today, breezy in a spot or two, especially in the mountains into Friday, and maybe in the north a little bit breezy. Later into Friday shows more in the ocean, the south, and near the coast there on the north, a little bit breezier. But Friday this goes there. Later into Saturday there will be the storms, shows some higher gusts there in the north. So be aware, maybe a little bit breezy further south. Later Saturday that goes there shows some summer wind near like the southern North Island on Sunday. Into Monday, then the big system comes off Australia. That's very crazy. And then it shows some higher winds near the coast there. This is the 24th. This goes and maybe stronger in the mountains on the 25th, 26th especially. So be aware. And later does show the 27th or something. Some higher winds central New Zealand possibly. So be aware. The other model has a similar thing, but kind of different. It has some stronger winds sometimes, like the 24th, a little bit breezier. This goes the storms on Saturday, but it has a little bit different. So this might go either way. And some islands there, a little bit gustier now too. So be aware. The temperature still a little bit chilly, not chilly, but like in the mountains, some 8 degrees, 9 degrees, but outside a little bit warmer, some 22 degrees. And the next night into like for Friday morning, some 5 degrees, the mountains, some 8 degrees, 12, 16, and then Friday afternoon does show a little bit warmer there. Santa Maria shows some 23 degrees, 19, 21, 22, shows more there, some 16, some 22 in Auckland. Friday cools a little bit tonight, but Saturday afternoon some 23 in some spots again. This goes and cools down later at night as well, and that shows Saturday night close to 1 degree or even 0 in the mountains. This goes and like here as Saturday afternoon, this like Sunday still. So Sunday afternoon some 24 degrees, some 23 in Auckland. This goes still coldish in some areas of the south, but yeah, be aware, nothing that crazy. And for like wind in some other areas, the system in French Polynesia is a little bit breezy, especially further south. So it goes there Thursday. Does show stronger winds, those southern atolls there, the southern areas. This goes shows maybe Mamar até a Sud, Riquitel, Sarragas Saturday, and into near Adamstown later in other areas. Into Sunday, a little bit gustier still, so be careful the potential those stronger winds. And then some other areas it's a little bit more calm, but sometimes a little bit breezy near Fiji, and if that system tries to form there, very wide low pressure. So yeah, be careful. The temperatures are very like tropical. Those islands, some 20s, even low 30s sometimes, but especially in the 20s range. This goes sometimes fluctuates, but yeah, nothing that crazy. Some specific spots shows close to like 30, 29. So be aware, be careful the heat wave and the storms and everything, and we'll keep watching this. Let's maybe just see one more thing. Some other models, like there's the Canadian here too, and some other ones. So it shows the system, the rains there, then shows the system coming off Queensland. It doesn't form into anything. It tries to form a low pressure near New Caledonia, but very, very disorganized, and shows more near New Zealand later. But it comes off there, that doesn't show anything crazy. The icon goes there, comes off Queensland, tries to form a low pressure near the coast of Queensland, but struggles a little bit. It and goes to 999, but the south side kind of dry in terms of moisture, but it might try to become something. So we'll keep watching. And one more important thing is like some river conditions. So there is some major flooding. Some rivers are along eastern Queensland, some minor flooding in other ones. So be careful with river flooding because of the rain. And the rain from the last 24 hours has already seen a lot there in Queensland. So be careful. There's some rainfall forecasts here, and check here for the warnings. These are very important. Flood warnings, heat wave warnings. So yeah, stay safe. The link is in the description.